touched on a little bit of the Chad Ochocinco show, and then we wanted to bring in how T.O. ties into this whole thing. They're very good friends. T.O. actually went and had a meeting with the Bengals, and they were trying to get on the same team. But all of this is to say they both are African-American, wealthy, very talented football players, and they both have shows on VH1 on Sunday nights. So T.O. is back with his second season of his show, the T.O. Show. And I think Chad took a few pointers from T.O. when it comes to putting his show out there on VH1. And when I say that, I mean in terms of the women that he chooses to date. T.O. is actually another one of those athletes that chooses to deal with, I wouldn't say non-African American women, but that chooses to deal with others.
Yes.
We can say the Caucasian women, the exotic girls. He's one of those that chooses to date those type of girls. And you know, him and Chad are very good friends, and it's just kind of funny how they come on right behind each other. They both kind of deal with the other girls. They don't have really too many black girls on their show. But the funny thing is, T.O.'s publicist and his two best friends are African-American women.
Yes.
So T.O., like I said, he's back for his second season, and it started out a little slow, but the girl that he was dating on the previous season, I believe her name is Carrie. She's a young Caucasian girl. We're talking like 24 years old young, just out of college young. She's back, and he's trying to make amends with her and everything like that. So I personally don't like the fact that he's trying to settle down with this young girl. I mean, he's dated African-American. He dated, I think, Jessica White is her name. She's a Victoria's Secret supermodel. He dated her in the last season. And that's really the only black girl that he dated in the last season.
And I kind of think it seems like this girl is not very strong in herself, or he kind of like where he could really take control, because he could not do that with Jessica.
With Jessica, right.
He couldn't do that all, and he kind of backed off because she really took control of that situation. And so he went back to this young lady, and now he's trying to ties. But, you know, his publicist always try to keep them together anyway. Somehow, like at the wedding in the last season, he was wondering why was she there.
Right.
But now he's trying to have ties. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe he's trying to keep her in the media for whatever reason. We'll see down the line.
Well, she's a aspiring model and actress, so you know he might be trying to hook her up at the same time, get her own TV show. I'm not sure what it is, but the publicists, Mo and Keita, they like her, but they don't. It's like they keep her around, but then they don't want her around. So they even went as far as to reaching out to his ex-fiance, who is also not African-American. But they also reached out to her, sat down and talked to her, and, you know, kind of made little comments about her possibly coming back into T.O.'s life. So it's just interesting to see these prominent black men who have, you know, this huge variety of a following of young African-American people, and even older people follow both of them. They're very talented athletes. They've been in the league for a very long time. And it's just, I don't understand why they're not pushing positive black women on their show when they actually have the opportunity to do it. I don't understand that, and I don't like it, but yet I'm still a fan, and yet I still watch it.
It's
like
definitely intriguing, and it definitely keeps you watching the show, because I know I am from Puerto Rico, so I have the two sides of the spectrum. And to me, growing up, dating someone out the race, well, whether it was Spanish or Caucasian, it was just natural to me. And as I got older and I moved from the islands to the United States, it's kind of like, you know, I'm starting to get black on black and black on white and light skin black, which was not familiar to me growing up. But even with T.O.'s publicists, as black women, as independent, as, you know, very successful, why isn't they trying to tell T.O., well, why don't you date a black woman? And they too much didn't like Jessica. When they first met her, they was like, well, who is that and who is she? And she told them to Google her.
Right.
You know, and that was it. But I don't see them really, they're really like, why are you going out so much? Not like, well, what happened to the black women? Let's get you with a successful and powerful black woman so we could keep the black family together. I have nothing against, you know, interracial relationships. I have nothing against, you know, just the black and Hispanic. But to be on TV and to try to do something and you have the opportunity, like she said, let's try to get some more black in the media.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. And this is a little spoiler because I'm one of those fans that I actually watch the shows before they come on. So I actually had the opportunity to watch the TL show and the Ocho Cinco show this morning before they're going to air tonight. And Jessica is actually back on the show. She makes an appearance on the show. And, you know, funny how they didn't like her at first, but now Mo and Keita are actually both still good friends with her, and they keep in contact with her. So it's kind of funny how it all spins. It all comes back, you know, full circle. It's editing. It's, you know, it's the producers.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Right.
So they make these girls out to be like, oh, turn their nose up at the good, successful black girl.
Right.
But then here she is again, and now you're having coffee, and you're talking, and you're laughing, and you're friends, and all this other stuff. I mean, that whole little aspect, like I said before, I understand the ratings, I understand. But it's like, let's push a little bit of positiveness with the black women.
I think now from the TL show, Jessica before was a top model for Victoria's Secret.
Right.
But even Mo them didn't know who she were. But now she's out there. She's in commercials. She's in movies. She's in videos. So I think now that she's out there in the media light, they're trying to bring her back in because, you know, that's more advertisement for the TL show. So we'll see what's going on with that. Maybe that's the reason why they brought her back.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. So I'll continue to watch. Hopefully you'll continue to watch, and you know, we'll discuss this a little bit more, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the Sports View.